Well, good morning. It's 6:30 in the morning. Getting ready to try to get some lobsters. Hey everybody, it's Robert with RV Weekends, and thanks for tuning in to check out the video on catch, clean, and cook some Florida lobsters. Here I am snorkeling in the Florida Keys looking for the lobster, and there he is under the rock. I'm out of air, so I gotta go back to the surface, get some more air, and then head back down and catch this little guy. Here I go, back down to stick the stick in there and tickle them out. That's what they call it. Tickle them. Tickle the lobster out of the hole and then snag them with the snare and pull them up to the surface, measure him, and put him in the bag. We got a few lobsters. All right, we got to go clean them. So this is one way to do it. We take the antenna. We use the antenna later, so we break it off. Kind of right there, and we save that. Small lobsters like this, there's not a lot of meat in the legs, so some people eat legs, and up here there's some meat, but on these little ones there's not a lot, so all we do is just wring it here. Really soft. All right, here you take that antenna that I broke off before, stick it in that opening in the bottom there, ram it up in there about 2 inches or so, no more really too much, and then rip it out, and it pulls out most of the dirt vein. Simple as that. But you got to do it with gloves because those things are sharp. And if you don't do that, either way, you get the lobster tail already cut. That's fine. You can butterfly it and get the dirt vein out. No big deal. And you can see how easy it was to clean that lobster out. Again, there's not a lot of meat in the head. There is some if you really want to get it. All right, here I am going to do another one of the dirt vein removals with the antenna. Stick it in that little hole in the back there, ram it in there a couple inches, and pull it out. As the sun sets on another day here in the Florida Keys, we prepare our lobster and steak dinner. Yummy. Alright, after you clean the lobsters, we're going to prepare them for cooking. And the way I do it, I like to take a meat cutting scissor, heavy duty scissors, to cut through the bones or the shell part. They're not really bones, they're like cartilage and shell. So you really need a strong pair of scissors to do that. And you just skim across the very upper part. Or you can cut them in half with a knife on a cutting board. I've seen people do that. I think that takes more effort to just rip a knife through it. The scissors, for me, are a little more safer than just taking a knife and trying to cut right down the middle. So here I am peeling the hard shell off the lobster tail. And when I peel off the shell, some of that skin underneath can be tough. So I like to trim off some of that toughness. So as you watch here, I'm just trying to trim a little bit off the top, not take off much meat at all, just some of the top of that skin off. All right, so after all that tough skin is trimmed off, I rinse it off, and I like to cut the tails down the middle to, aid in the cooking process, because if the tail is so thick, you cook it and the outside will get cooked and the inside won't, and then in order to get the inside cooked, you overcook the outside, in my opinion. So I like to split them right down the middle, and that helps with even cooking with the lobster tail. So here I'm adding some adobo spices, seasoned salt, anything that you like. I like Caribbean jerk seasoning. So whatever seasoning you like, Old Bay or Zatarain's or something like that, whatever seafood seasoning you like, you could put it on here, and then add some olive oil and then some butter. This butter that I get, I find it at the Sam's Club, so I like it a lot. It works good on lobster tails and vegetables. It's very strong, so you don't want to use a ton of it. Like, I wouldn't use this for dipping in because it's just too strong. So it's more for seasoning. You can also use some lemon or lime juice if you like. And here I'm just showing you our steaks that we're about to hit the grill with. And of course our veggies. All right, it's nighttime out here at our campsite. So now we're gonna start the grill. All right, after you get your grill lit, make sure you turn it on high and let it stay on high for about 4 or 5 minutes. What's added to the green beans are butter, bacon fat, garlic, salt, and pepper. Saute till good and cooked. Then throw your steak on that hot grill and set the timer for 2 minutes and 30 seconds depending on the thickness of your steak. Put the cover on to keep the flame from getting big. All right, I want to broil the lobster, so I turn on the toaster oven on broil, which goes to 500 degrees, and cook the tails for about 6 minutes. Now I got to go flip that steak. Oh yeah, this is good. Get ready to hear some sizzling steak sounds close up. Nice. Oh yeah, love that sizzling steak sound. Now we gotta put those lobster tails in the broiler. And let's check on the veggies. The steak will be ready to be flipped. Well, because of all that fat dripping grease down on the flame, it's gonna start a big fire. That's why you keep the lid on. So now I turn down the flame down to almost off, just to keep it warm while we finish the rest of the food. All right, look at that. That is perfection. Oh yeah, can't wait to get that on our plates. And the veggies are done. Oh yeah, let's eat. Oh yeah, that was good. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this content, hit the subscribe button so you'll be alerted when we upload our newest video. Thanks for watching RV Weekends.